Welcome to Bikers and Backroads, a podcast discussing all things Harley-Davidson. We're your hosts, Jason and the Big Z, so sit back while we take this episode and put it in the wind on Bikers and Backroads. Welcome, everybody, to the first episode of Bikers and Backroads. My name is Jason.
I'm Xander.
We're here to talk about all things Harley-Davidson and things we find passion in, and we spend a lot of time working on motorcycles, and we just want to have a channel, a little creative outlet that we can talk about all things motorcycle. We focus a lot on Harley-Davidsons. That's really our passion, so that's where we're going to spend our time. So we hope you find us and like and subscribe and notify yourself with pushing that bell button so that you can be notified of when we have a new video out. So we're just going to introduce ourselves. Ready? Go ahead.
I'm Xander. I am new to the Harley-Davidson world. Grew up riding dirt with Dad, and my first bike I have right now, it's a 2007 Dyna Street Bob. I got a 96 cubic inch motor, pretty much stock. I've got a S&S mini teardrop air cleaner on it, running a 2-into-1 exhaust, and it's the SP Concepts. Not much I knew about it, but hadn't seen a lot of them. I like to be a little bit different, so went with it. I love it. Just this past weekend, we installed a Thundermax tuner, ECM. Really challenged us into what we were comfortable doing, and even myself, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it. Turned out to be super simple. Always try to work on my own bike, and then on top of that, that's the motor stuff I've got done. I'm running a Lapera tail whip step-up seat, LA Choppers, 12-inch riser on their mid-bend style fat bar. We've got all upgraded LED lighting, a just Amazon headlight. Even the turn signals, I've got those LED. They're running lights into turn signals on the front handlebar. And then I'm running a Moons integrated tail light in the back and a lay flat plate. We've run some Thrashing mini bags on the side, throwovers, love them, and a Thrashing bar bag. It's great. And that's my bike. Maybe later we'll talk into some possible builds we want to do, and I'm going to hand it over to Dad now.
Yeah, my name is Jason again, and as you see, this is my son, and we spend a lot of time. He's my riding partner. I came from growing up riding a little bit of dirt. Nothing I ever had my own bike. I had the parents who were scared of those things, and look how we turned out. So when Xander was young, we put him on dirt, and then we rode dirt together from about the time he was 7 years old till he was 18. His goal in high school was to ride a Harley-Davidson to high school before he graduated. So he was able to purchase his bike as he just described, and him getting back into street bikes. I had a street bike when they were young. My first introduction to a street bike was a Buell X1 Lightning. That thing was a ripper. It was awesome. It was when Buell was part of Harley-Davidson, and all that stuff was just great, man. Great memories. Sold that when the kids were little. We did the whole sports thing and youth growing up things, but I found our way back to motorcycles. So Xander had his motorcycle for almost about 10 months, maybe a year.
One riding season.
And then I started looking. So my bike currently, I have a 2014 Dyna Lowrider. I'm the third owner, and it has 3,000 miles on it. So when I purchased it, it had 1,086 miles. So I got a steal as a gem. It's pretty much bone stock, other than we've upgraded all the lighting to LED lighting and running an integrated tail lamp to get rid of those turn signals off the back. I have a big list of plans for this bike. I don't want to take away from the authenticity and the awesomeness that is the Dyna platform, and it's gone. So you want to respect these bikes, but I do have some vision for it. We're going to do some separate bike check videos so you can see what we run, just to get some content out. But I do have big plans. I don't want my bike to look like Xander's. He has more club style flavor. I want to go with staying comfortable and also looking to upgrade and improve it. I have a Saddleman 2-up seat, which is awesome. I love the fact that the lowrider has a little bit more forward pegs than the true mids on his Street Bob. I'm not as young, so that gives me a little room to stretch out. But I like my feet underneath me because I'm so used to riding dirt. I don't have any desire to have all forward controls or anything like that. But we also have some thrashing bags over our bike or over mine so that we can throw some things in it on a day trip. We haven't taken them out long overnighters or anything yet, but we have some plans. But that leads us into other things. Like we know what our next move is. We both want to build our Dynas, but then you get into that whole debate of how much money do I put in my Dyna if I'm looking to upgrade my bike. But I'm of the opinion you can never have too many. I would love to have a garage full, but I have a wonderful wife that keeps me from being toy poor. So she allows us a lot of leeway and a lot of fun with bikes, and we spend a lot of time riding and wrenching and doing our own maintenance, and we're not experts by any stretch. You won't hear us talk about this is how you should do things. This is just what works for us. But we love to ride. We love to rip. And that takes us into our next phase. We watched Xander. Again, we put a Thunder Max tuner, and that was way outside of my comfort zone, thinking we were going to crack in and take the whole ECM out of his bike. And when we loaded that tune and it started up, and I might have been more surprised and excited than he was, and I haven't even ridden it, but riding with him prior to the tune, knowing all the things he's put on his bike, that tuner made it a ripper. When we were riding, it definitely changed the nature of that bike. And it had an old Dynajet tuner on it, but it hadn't been keeping up with the things he had changed, and I'm not even sure that the software was maintaining anything because he was starting to have some issues that the tuner should have absolutely eliminated.
We didn't even know it was tuned. We found that Dynajet on accident, and it was like a first-generation Dynajet. I don't even know that it worked anymore. The way my bike, it was starting to have some rough running, and it never wanted to come off idle. Like if I was riding all day, pulled up to a stop sign, pulled up to a stoplight, you could sit there, pull the clutch in, rev it all the way down, and just baby it. It would die. You'd have to fight it. It would start right back up. I chased everything. I mean, absolutely everything. New plugs, new plug wires. We took out the O2 sensors and cleaned them, hoping that would be something. I've cleaned the injectors so many times with fuel treatments and stuff, and that's not true, cleaning them, but we've done everything in our power that we thought to do. And after one ride with that Thunder Max, I told Dad, I said, that bike feels different, it's running different, and it's running a whole lot stronger than I've ever had it for the few years I've owned it now. And it's just, it fixed a lot.
We also put a new voltage regulator on his bike. So knowing we were going to go with the new ECM and go base tune and everything, those are just parts that his bike's a 2007, so those were getting a little long in the tooth, you should say. So I had some issues with the voltage regulator on my old Buell, and his bike was starting to act the same way. So we changed the voltage regulator. We did put in new spark plugs, and that just seemed to eliminate a lot of those things. So I think running new on things that could easily be replaced was an upgrade for sure. So we love to go to all things bikes. We go museums. We go lots of shops. We go bike shows. We like to see bike night things. So
we're trying to get into going to some Battle of the Baggers.
Yeah, all those things we're going to try to be out and about and see. Hopefully we can build a little community here. We definitely want to be part of the larger Harley-Davidson community. Motorcycles have introduced us to some cool people, even along the way. We're from West Virginia. West Virginia has some great destination riding. People come from all over the country and all over the world. We've met a couple people from outside the country who are here just riding on a planned vacation. So we hope to also bring you a little episodes, maybe of some moto vlogging with some simple GoPros on some roads we like to ride to maybe give people a chance to see part of our state that they don't see. We're pretty centrally located to some really great riding, some great mountain riding, all things that we would love to show you as we go on. But a big thing we would love to do is get into maybe some product testing, some product installs, and just give you honest feedback. So we would love if people want to team up with us or put us in contact with some people running some different products, or take some feedback of what you guys might like to see run on our bikes within reason. I mean, we're working people. I have a budget that I will stick to, but I would love to get some ideas of how people would love what they would like to see or have some feedback on parts. Like I said, my bike's a blank canvas, but I have some things I want to do to it. I'm not willing to go super crazy. So if your idea is really out there and way radical, I'm liable to say thanks, but no thanks. But we love the feedback. But thinking about this, it gets us thinking on what our next bike's going to be. We're not long from upgrading bikes, but both of us have an ultimate desire to keep these Dynas as just little cruisers. But we also plan on doing some traveling, some overnights, some out of towns. I would love to go cross country on a Harley-Davidson before I'm physically unable to do it, and I should have lots of years before I'm at that stage. But I'll be honest, I'm a road glide guy. For years I thought I was a street glide guy, and I think now I'm a road glide guy. But that's just where I am. I see some cool road glide builds. I don't want to be a cookie cutter. I too have some individual desires and wants out of my bike and things I like to do. But I think the Road Glide platform allows a lot of things in the way we want to ride moving forward. But we'll see what Xander thinks about his next bike.
Yeah, my next bike, definitely. I love the Road Glide. Love the Road Glide. I would love to ride one. I haven't had the chance to ride one yet. I've ridden some street glides, older street glides that are friends' bikes, and I dig those too. I still think I'm a Road Glide guy. I absolutely love the new Lowrider STs though, and I'm terrified that if I ride one on a test ride, I'm going to end up choosing it. And like Dad said, we've built some pretty good community and some friendships, and have gotten to know our local shops pretty well, so we've become pretty frequent there. And some Saturdays we just walk in, and talking to a few of the salesmen, they're just like, man, if you ride it, you're going to end up buying it. And I talked to another guy, he is a fellow Dyna owner, and he said he was the same way. He loves the Road Glide, loves it, and always thought he wanted one. Then he test rode one of those new Lowrider STs, and now he says that's the only bike he'd trade his Dyna in. So I would love to look forward to test riding one of those, or even look for like a ride day that Harley-Davidson does, where they bring all the bikes and you just ride them all. So I love the club style builds. That's what my Dyna is. So I dig the club style builds on the Road Glides, and if I was to get one, or it's probably what I would lean toward. And same on the Lowrider STs, which I mean they're fairly club style from the factory. I mean they're definitely lean towards club style guys and performance riding. But even the new design on the baggers, both the Road Glide and the Street Glide, man, they're leaning towards performance. You can tell just by the cut bags on the new models instead of the old stretched ones on the previous years, which I think still look awesome. But I love that Harley-Davidson is leaning out and kind of stepped out of its comfort zone and listened to all these people that are starting to build these bikes, and that's what recently is the common build and what you're seeing guys do. So I'm excited to see what they keep doing with that bike. I mean, you've got the CVO ST. I mean, that thing is a ripper out of the box. And
yeah, we're not RR budget people. I don't have 120-ish bump sticker included, and I didn't order one of those. But I don't even know that I'm a CVO guy. I love having things that I can put my own twist on. But like I said, I'm probably not the guy that's going to bust into the motor and do cams and things right off the bat. And this guy beside me is the one that wants to do all that. I'm way more mellow in my riding. I have a desire for louder exhausts and a better air intake when it needs it, and I love bars and grips and accessories, and I love looking at cool paint jobs. I'm not the guy that thinks that I need to run 150 anymore. Those days are past for me, but they're doing some amazing things with the platform, and we love it. And one of our favorite things we've done together is we went to Milwaukee and went to the Harley-Davidson Museum, and that's a trip we're going to make again because we want to go to Juneau Ave, and we want to experience all that. When we were up there, there were some things that still hadn't reopened from COVID, but we're ready to get back out there and take some trips, spend some time together on our bikes. But that's what we do, man. Xander works out of town, and when he's home, we ride on the weekends. But we have lots of other interests. We fish a lot. So if you hear us on a motorcycle podcast talking about a good fishing trip, remember this is just a creative outlet for us, and this is the community we would like to enter into and build a little base and people to communicate with. We love motorcycles. That's our passion. We love Harley-Davidson, the brand. We love what it stands for. I know there's been some shade thrown recently, and we're ushering in a new CEO for the company, and some people don't like the direction that it went, and all the woke things and things, but it's an American-made product. It's made proudly here. Some things are manufactured overseas now, but I would love to see the change of that all being back here in the United States. The brand has rich history. It's rich family ties, and that means a lot to me. This is where we are. Again, this is a little intro to who we are. And we're going to be bikers and backroads, and we're going to take you along on some fun rides from West Virginia to wherever we go. And if we see you out and you start to recognize us, holler at us, say hello. We have stickers and branding and things of that nature, and we'll get more into that as we grow, but that's not our goal. It's just here for a creative outlet and to talk fun things. And we have fun people that we've met and we ride with, and we'd love to get those guys on here. And if we grow and we become a bigger channel and can interact with others in the community, I would love to be a part of that. So this is who we are. I'm again, my name's Jason. I'm a regular guy. We work every day. We work hard, but we work hard to play hard. So, again, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that it's my son and I going to do this channel, and I'll let him take us out.
Yeah, and like Dad said, this is our creative outlet. We did this. We put this whole thing together, this idea, because we wanted a way to stay with, hanging out together. We love to ride motorcycles together. That's already keeping us together. We love to talk about motorcycles. And I work out of town most of the time, do a lot of traveling for work, and come home on the weekends. So I'm lucky to have 2 to 3 days home, but a lot of times I'm cut short on one, if even a weekend at all. And, this is who we are. We just want to come out here and share some experiences, talk a little bit. We'll get into maybe, some days we'll talk about history. Maybe we're going to talk about some new things coming from Harley, just everything Harley-Davidson, everything motorcycles, and hopefully get some feedback from y'all or some advice. I am the one that's all into building motors. Like Dad said, he wants to keep his bike a certain way. I love to build mine into an absolute screamer. And Dad said he hopes his motorcycle doesn't look like mine, but I know deep down he hopes it sounds like mine one day. And, we're not the, biggest, we're not your pavement pounder. We love to go out for some joy rides. We're the kings of 30 minutes is what we've got. So we're going to take 30-minute ride and loops around the house and through the small town that we live in, and just cruising and hanging out just to put a smile on each other's face. And, but we hope to continue to build this, and have fun doing it, and hopefully y'all have fun listening to it, watching us and seeing where we go and seeing what we do to our bikes and what bikes we get or bring home or showcase of just whether it be a friend's, a family member's bike, or heck, we'll even, try to see some cool motorcycles and cool builds we see in public. Hey, we'll try to give them a shout out and show these guys, their hard work and what they've done. But appreciate it. Hope y'all stop in again and listen and watch us, and we'll see you later.